Hello, and welcome to M Sport Revival. Today I'm driving a 1998 E36 M3 Sedan with a 5-speed manual transmission. This is a US spec car. In the US they were made from 1995 to 1999, and a switch in 96 going from a 3 liter to a 3.2 liter, going through a tunnel here. At the time they were made, they're considered one of the best, if not the best handling car that came out at the time, and people today still consider them one of the best handling cars ever made. However, in the world of M3s, they're still fairly affordable and they're a bit underloved relative to, say, the E30 or the E46 M3. And that's because these cars were produced in much larger numbers. They weren't a limited homologation series, or they don't have the performance of the E46 M3, and we're kind of seen as a watered down version of the European spec E36 that had individual throttle bodies and upgraded brakes and a 6-speed, and so by comparison the US spec car didn't seem all that exciting. However, I think these cars in their own right are pretty stout performers. I mean, 240 horsepower is nothing to sneeze at. The chassis dynamics are certainly fantastic in this car, and even though they were produced in wide numbers, a lot of those were automatics, a lot of those were convertibles, and a lot of them were used for daily driving usage, or a lot of them were converted to track cars or heavily modified. So finding a nice one in good shape is getting harder and harder. However, they provide a very unique and enjoyable driving experience. They kind of have a dual quality where you can get in one, drive it on the street, and the ride's very compliant. It's a very comfortable car on the road, and then you can push it at the edge. It's very predictable. It's very balanced and neutral. The chassis just works very well collectively. It has that smooth straight six that BMW's enthusiasts love. Even though it's a little down on power, it's still a hoot to drive. Although it is, you do have to like 90s cars. There is a good amount of body roll. It does take a lot of steering input and the handling, but at the limit, it really is still to this day one of the best handling cars I think you can buy, and they're just a blast. In addition, one of the nice things about these cars, because the engine was detuned compared to the European spec cars, they're very stout, and it's not uncommon to see these engines go 200, 250, 300,000 miles without much of an issue, as long as they're well maintained. The cars, if you are looking for one, you can spend more and get one that's been sorted, or you can spend less and get one that needs updates. But no matter what, you're probably going to need to look for an updated cooling system, updated bushings and springs, not springs, shocks and struts. So either way, you're going to be in the $15,000 range probably today. But I mean, for that kind of money, they're a fantastic value, and I think once they are appreciated for the time period in which they were developed as kind of a 90s car and not kind of compared to an E46 or an E30, I think people will start to discover that these cars really are special and should be appreciated in their own right. So anyway, that's a quick drive in an E36 M3. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.